Welcome everybody to today, where we celebrate the Wednesday of the Holy Week. And so if we are to pay very close attention to today's Holy Gospel, notice how it is when Jesus was going to be handed over. And so to really understand today's Gospel, we know that yesterday Jesus has dipped the morsel to the extent that whoever to whom he handed that to is going to be the one that betrays Jesus. And all of us know that it's Judas Iscariot, the one that's going to betray Jesus. And in today's Holy Gospel, we can really listen to what Judas did in order to betray Jesus, to which they paid the Jews 30 pieces of coins to the point where he actually sold Jesus. And so, right when we hear about Jesus, he mentioned that the hour has come. Each and every one of us here are going to have to eventually face the time to which it is going to be our final judgment. And so how prepared are we so that all of us are going to be able to really unite ourselves with Christ? How are we doing in this state of life so that all of us are going to make sure that we actually fulfill the words to which God has asked each and every one of us here to continue to fulfill? And so that is the biggest challenge to which Jesus wants to pose to each and every one of us, especially as we continue to really journey throughout our faith. And then we hear that Peter is the one that denied Jesus 3 times. Why is that? Because at first, he really places his trust on Jesus to the point where wherever he goes, Peter is to follow. But then, right when Jesus was arrested, we know that Peter had denied Jesus because he had directly stated he does not know Jesus the Nazarene. And because of this, he did this 3 times to the extent that the cock has crowed. And so what does Jesus want to speak to each and every one of us through today's Holy Gospel? We know that all of us should not be betraying God, but yet it comes to question, what have we done in our life that lacks the necessary component of being able to unite ourselves with Christ? Because all of us here have at least done one thing, and this one thing is really going to pull us away from God. And so Jesus invites each and every one of us here to really set ourselves down so that all of us can really reflect upon how we live our life, so that we can strengthen ourselves to be able to return to Christ. And tomorrow we prepare for the washing of the disciples' feet. And so as we continue to conclude the season of Lent, one of the things that Jesus invites each and every one of us here to think about is our passion, our sorrows to which we're going to be experiencing over time, especially when Jesus is going to die on the cross. And each and every one of us here needs to be able to recognize Jesus, who is truly present in the Eucharist, so that all of us here can be able to feel this pain. Feel this pain so that way all of us can unite ourselves, as it is the ultimate goal to which Jesus has for each and every one of us. And when we continue to prepare ourselves for the Passion of Christ, one of the most fundamental things that we do is kneel, to which we really reflect upon Jesus dying on the cross as he continued to give up his spirit for each and every one of us. And so today, Jesus wants each and every one of us here to go and return ourselves to him so that all of us can really prepare for the final hour for there is to come.